Hi everyone, it's Beth, and today we're going to be making a really adorable farmhouse shelf. I used 3 of these signs from Dollar Tree I grabbed a while ago. I just cut out the words on there. Chalk paint in black and truffle. Some ribbon. 4 large stir sticks and hot glue. So what I did was took my razor blade and just scored the sides where the letters attached to the outside of the sign. So I just did that a bunch of times and then just pushed the words down and they come right out. So I just did that in each of the spots that the letters connect to the sign. And after the word was detached, I just took my sanding block and gave it a quick sanding where all the letters were attached to the sides, cutting off any excess pieces that were still there. And once all 3 of them were prepped and ready, I took the truffle chalk paint and painted the whole thing, the inside, sides, back. And I did 2 coats on most of the sign, but the inside where it had the print, I did 3 coats. So they look like this when they were all done. And then once those were done, I took the black chalk paint and gave the stir sticks 2 coats of the black chalk paint covering the whole thing. And once everything was done and dry, I took one of the signs and flipped it on its side. So the very front of it would have the ribbon. I hot glued it to one side, let that dry, and then held it and pulled it tight and hot glued it in the center. And then again on the other side, just so it was nice and tight across that whole front of that sign. So it'll look like that once it was all done. And I did that on both sides of each sign. And next I took 2 of the stir sticks and lined them up next to each other. And took my crafter's square and just made sure that they were nice and even. And what I did was the bottom one was going to be hot glued 2 inches up from the bottom. So I just put some tape right below the 2-inch mark. I did that on both of them, making sure that they were even. And then I just lined them up again, making sure that they were still in the right spot. Put on hot glue right above the tape, and then place down the sign, making sure that the open part of the sign, or the tray as it is right now, would be facing up towards the top of those stir sticks. Once that was on there, I measured up 6.5 inches from that first shelf and taped off right below the 6.5 mark on both of those. And then the third shelf was also 6.5 inches from the middle shelf. And once the stir sticks were attached to the first side of the shelves, I took the other two stir sticks and did the same thing, measuring out 2 inches from the bottom. And after I had the 2-inch mark taped off, I just flipped over the shelf to the side that didn't have any of the stir sticks attached and hot glued each of the 3 shelves, and then placed down the stir stick, making sure that bottom one was lined up correctly at the 2-inch mark. And then I did the same thing with the next stir stick. And that is it. It was super easy to make and looks so pretty. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please sprinkle it around.